What's going on, guys? It's Jordan back today with another video, and in today's video we're going to take a look at Bitcoin and see what it's doing on the long term, the short term, and the medium term time frame charts. Why not make a video about Bitcoin today? Because it's literally the only thing that's making gains today. So I just had to make a video about Bitcoin today. So let's jump right on in to the video. As we jump right on in to the 4-hour chart for Bitcoin, as you guys can see, we just got this absolutely massive breakout out of the symmetrical triangle that I was talking about in my last video that I made on Sunday, right? This thing just absolutely exploded. And like I said, guys, I saw this thing going up to the upside. And what did it do? Exactly blasted off to the upside. Now, the apex of this was at the 22nd of October, but we got an early breakout because we got such good support on this area that I was talking about last time. If I can get my brush tool here, on this area here, we got such good support on it because this was our old support and our old resistance, and this was such a good support level that we just got a massive bounce straight up through this, and we literally didn't even have to wait a couple days. Like, it literally happened almost like 24 hours after I made that video. So that's basically what's going on in the 4-hour chart. Not much to talk about in the short term. We are getting some resistance here at the 12K level as expected. I didn't think we were just going to shoot straight to 12K. We're still just doing that stair-step pattern up, and we shouldn't expect us to just break through a bunch of resistances really fast. And this is actually more bullish that we're actually going up slowly, right? So if we switch on over to the daily chart or the medium-term time frame, as you guys can see here, we are getting rejected at this 12K level, which we got rejected at multiple times on the top here. Once, twice, 3 times. We got a little bit of a fake out up here, but as you guys can see, we're getting our 4th rejection at the top at 12K here. Now, we could just be forming almost this bigger ascending triangle. I haven't seen a lot of people talk about it because we got a touch on the bottom here. We got multiple touches there, a touch here, and multiple touches here. So maybe we come back, actually that get rejected here, and we come back down here slowly to kind of get support on this green line and also bounce off the purple triangle during November, and then we actually get a nice pump up and then continue up, right? I wouldn't be surprised to see this happen. This is obviously not what a lot of you guys want to hear, right? But just be wary of a possible resistance at the 12K level because there has been major resistance in the past. Now, do I think this is what is going to happen? No, I think we're going to pump up straight through 12K, maybe after a few days of consolidation here, just like we had about this 11.5K level here. I think we might just consolidate sideways here if I get rid of a couple things here. But I think we're definitely going to just get some sideways consolidation. If I just get rid of this, make this a little bit clearer for you guys. I think we're just probably going to get some sideways consolidation here before we get our next pump up to this 12.3K level. I don't think this is going to last very long at 12.3K. We've only gotten one touch here. So I think, honestly, we could just blast straight to 12.3K and go up to the 13K level, which we're going to talk about on the weekly chart in the meat and potatoes of the video, guys. The meat and potatoes, which is the long-term chart. It's what I like to spend most of my time on. You guys know watching my videos that the long term is what we care about because we're investors on this channel, not really short-term traders. We like the long-term views and what these coins are going to do for us within the next 1 to 2 to 3 years down the road, right? So we're going to switch on over to the weekly chart here real quick, guys. And what I see here is such a bullish setup, right? We're just stair-stepping up like I've talked about in my videos, right? Once we break through this resistance here, which we had resistance and support back here, so such a major level, what did we do? We came back down and retested it as support, right? And then we continued up, right? Got rejected, and then came back down and retested this major resistance here and support level, major resistance and support as support. And now we're pumping up again, just like we did back here. Now, what I think we're going to do is we're going to pump up to this 13K level eventually, and maybe, just like we've done every single time, we come back down and retest this 12K level again, right? And retest that as support, just like we did these last 2 times, and then continue up. And it's just kind of going to be a stair-step pattern all the way up with these support and resistances until we get to that all-time high, which maybe the all-time high one's going to be a little bit more of a big one, and people are going to be selling off, and then it's just going to pump up, right? Out of nowhere. And we're going to take a look at a kind of a fractal slash time frame kind of chart in the next chart, but I wanted to start off with this weekly chart because I think this is just so important to look at, guys. If I get rid of everything here, you guys can see the support and resistances. Our next resistances are at that 12.3K level, the 13K level, and the 13.8 level, which were these wicks back here from our previous little fake out bull run that we had here. So if we get rid of everything here, I want to take a look at a few things. So what we did is we've broken through a lot of supply lines or resistance lines, right? So if we take our all-time high resistance line that we had for a while here, if I could pick the right tool, that would be great, guys. You guys know sometimes I'm bad at picking the tools, but a lot of you guys can always see we break through this. This one was big, right? Breaking through this one here, we came back down and touched the support. And then we made another one, which was pretty similar to me, which was, I think what it was right here, made a similar one here. We've broken multiple supply lines considering our last couple local highs here. This one's not as important, but obviously our all-time high resistance line, which we came back and touched the support. And as soon as we broke that line, everything absolutely turned bullish, as you guys know. So what we're doing is we're just stair-stepping up, right? We're making old resistances, new support, and we're going to keep doing that same thing until we kind of break out up until this past all-time high. So I want to switch back over into the 4 hour, and I'm going to show you exactly another example of what I'm talking about is breaking these supply lines here and why I'm so bullish on the short term as well. As you guys can see here, if I go back over here and I select that, and then we make our next supply line here, you guys can see we did pretty much the exact same thing, breaking through that supply line that we had here, right? Where we got one resistance here, two resistance here, three resistance here, broke through it, came back down, touches the support, and then continue back up. This is so huge when you break that resistance or supply line, whatever you guys want to call it. You guys are probably like, what's the supply line? Never heard that before. Just another name for the resistance line, right? So, and then obviously the support lines, another name for that is the demand line, right? You guys haven't heard that. That's exactly what that means. So, that's kind of what I wanted to talk about on the weekly chart here. And then we're going to spend a good amount of time with this video talking about this chart here. So you guys have probably seen this chart. So what I did is I made a vertical line at the end of, or at the right at the beginning. So either the very end of December or the very beginning of January. It's just kind of where the weekly chart kind of skipped to. So I couldn't click exactly December 31st each time, but I did the closest thing I could get. So I made a line at the end of each year, and this is looking very, very similar each time. So you can see on this red line here, we topped out pretty much right at the end of the year or so. Little at the end of the year, not exactly right at the end of the year. Because you guys can see in this last cycle, we topped out right at the end of the year on the fourth year. So this is a 4-year cycle. We have 1, 2, 3, and 4, right? So on the green one, after we came back down, the last bear market, we bottomed out right at that green line, or right at the next year, right? Same thing here, guys. We came back down and we bottomed out pretty much right at that green line. And then as we jump on over to the black line, we start to round out and we start to make that uptrend, right? We start to make that uptrend here. Same thing here. We round out, we start to make that uptrend, right? Same exact thing. Yes, this one came down a little bit, but same exact thing. We still are higher each time, you guys can see, right? And then what did we do? This obviously looks a little different because we had the craziness here, but if we basically just omit that, this would pretty much be a kind of a rounded year, just like we had here, right? Kind of just a round, and we start we start making that early kind of bull run action that we wanted to see, right? And what did we do here? After that, we literally, after the purple line, which is the third year, we literally started getting parabolic. And where we are right now, guys, we're almost at that purple line. We're literally about 2 months away. There's November and December. You guys can count, that's 2. 2 months away until we pass that purple line and we start getting absolutely parabolic. So if I just want to take the bars pattern here real quick and show you exactly what this would look like if it was exactly our last time. So if we take from today, which is October 20th, we'll just take the, let's take the 24th, it's the closest I can get here. And we take it to that all-time high. So Same thing, if we just copy that over, it would probably look something like this, right? This is probably what we're going to be looking at for the next bull run. You know, right about that $300,000 mark. I'm not sure if it'll get to 300,000, but we've seen crazy things in the past, right? Who knew in the last bull market, people were like 20K? That's like impossible, right? That's like assuming that we're going to hit like 500K this time, right? People are like even writing off 100K, and I'm like, guys, when this market was down here, the last bull market at about $200, who the heck thought we were going to 100x and get all the way up to friggin' 20K, right? No one thought that. No one thought that. So why are you guys doubting Bitcoin now when it could do the exact same thing? Who down here, when Bitcoin was at $72, thought Bitcoin could get to $1,000, right? This is what you guys have to think about, because, I mean, it blows my mind every time that people doubt out Bitcoin, because the exact same thing is happening in this cycle that the last cycle happened, right? Literally the exact thing. And the other thing I want to look at real quick, guys, we get rid of some of these lines here so I can give you guys a little bit better of an illustration, is where we broke the all-time high last time versus this time. So we broke the all-time high in the last bull market here. If we can get our trend line, we broke it. Let's see, we plot it here. We broke that at about, let's see, about February of the third year. So if we did the same thing and we took that line and we moved that over to this current one, we'd be looking at this at about same thing, about the 20th of February. So we're probably going to see some type of price action that's going to get pretty parabolic, and it's going to go something like this, right? And we're going to get almost a 2x within the next 4 months, right? So look out for that. Don't be surprised if we get a massive, massive price action like that, because it's literally what happened last time, guys. So I just wanted to point out this 4-year chart and show exactly how it's playing out. So hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Just a quick update on Bitcoin, because honestly, the altcoins are doing absolutely crap today. It's pretty interesting because I thought Bitcoin would lead the altcoins of going up. Maybe the altcoins are just lagging. Who knows? Don't be selling your altcoins or anything. I think Bitcoin's just making its move, and then a lot of people are going to take profits and put them in the alts, and the alts are going to absolutely pump. So keep that in mind, guys. Don't be panic selling your altcoins. Now is not the time, just because they're down like minus 3%, right? Chill out. They'll be okay. Hope you guys enjoyed today's video. Let me know in the comment section below what alt you guys want me to talk about in tomorrow's video, because I can only talk about Bitcoin so much. You know, Bitcoin's the king, but I can only talk about it so much. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day. Leave a like down below. Peace.